Hi, I'm Nigel, here with another storytelling tip, this time from the manga All You Need Is Kill. Episode 17's tip was about using human-centric show, don't tell to add drama and emotion to your story. It's a tip that came to mind after watching a review of the story from YouTuber Jesse the Reader. In his review, he noted that he didn't like the relationship between protagonists Rita and Keiji, as there was a lack of development in them in his eyes. I see where he was coming from, but when I thought about it, I couldn't see how else they could do it due to the time loop effect in the story. It meant that Keiji was always meeting Rita for the very first time, so you couldn't do the normal relationship development you might see without that time loop mechanic. This was of course unless they both experienced the same time loop mechanic at the same time, like they did in Russian Doll, which was done really well. But here, I'd argue they used the show don't tell technique to make that relationship work in the context of this story, so that it's acceptable to the readers, especially when you remember that this story sees two lonely characters connecting for the first time. Show don't tell is the difference between simply informing your audience of information rather than allowing them to experience and deduce things for themselves. By the time Rita and Keiji connect, we've already seen Rita's backstory in the book. We see what she goes through and the trauma of losing her parents, enlisting in the United Defense Force, and experiencing the time loop over and over again and being the only one with that experience. She does this all as a painfully solitary character. We don't even have her real name, so we really understand that loneliness. And at this point of the story, we've already experienced something similar for Keiji. So when they do finally meet, we as a reader understand their instant connection because they're both what the other needs at that point. They've both been looking for someone to share the experience that they've been going through, and they find each other. And that's how I believe they've got around the issue of the time loop affecting a normal relationship development by letting you experience those two characters independently before bringing them together in the story. So here's my show don't tell tips for storytellers. Number 1. Telling is typically factual. It avoids heavy details and is an efficient way to communicate information that your audience needs to know for the story. Number 2. Showing is typically more detailed and human-centered. It's slower, more expansive, and can really stir emotions in your audience. And number 3. Remember that it's not a case of using one or the other all the time. You can use showing in the right places to add depth and understanding to character relationships in your stories. And that's your tip for Story X Story episode number 17. Let us know what you think in the comments, or join our Discord to continue the conversation there. You can also send us an email on this or any other episode to feedback@mayamada.com. Don't forget to listen and subscribe to the podcast, and subscribe here on YouTube for more storytelling tips and videos from the mayamada universe. And we will see you next time. Hi there, I'm Nigel from mayamada. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos we have on the channel. You can also listen to and subscribe to the Story X Story podcast at mayamada.com/storyxstory. We'll see you soon.